Well, hello everyone. Welcome to the Prepared Mind channel. It is 0 Dark 30. I'm John, your host, and we have definitely blasted out of the bunker, and we're heading out into the darkness, looking for the light, right? To shine the light of truth on what is going on. Good, evil, and SHTF. Not just the topics of good and evil, folks. These have been subjects that, the religious and philosophers and even psychologists have looked at for not just years and decades, but for centuries. What is it? So I'm going to see if I can encapsulate it, at least a portion of it, for this broadcast. What is good? What is evil? I have a few questions. Just a few. Good golly. And I myself have studied the topic. Now, good people do bad things from time to time. Nobody's perfect. People make mistakes. They get caught up in something, whatever. Bad things happen. But does that make a person evil? Or is that just a bad or evil deed? But what about evil people? People that know they're bad, know they do bad things, and intentionally do bad things to others as individuals and others as a society, a culture? Yeah, rough question, huh? Pretty rough stuff. There's a difference, folks, between good people and bad people. There's a difference between people that make mistakes and people that are just downright evil. I had the misfortune of reading some of Jen Psaki's statements. Jen Psaki, former White House spokesperson, the one who said, let's circle back to that, and never, ever, ever, ever circled back. She's got a show in the news, some opinion editorial crap that she vomits on the world. I don't have any love for these people that are evil, folks, and I'm going to get to why I think they're evil. Okay, there's another type of evil out there. People that knowingly are evil, and people that are delusional. Delusional. Well, we catch the Democrats. Hillary, most frequently. Joe Biden. Obama is incredibly clever and sneaky. And Jen Psaki is a great example. Karine Jean-Pierre, delusional and ignorant versus delusional and intelligent. But delusional and nonetheless that way. Right? The Democrats, and especially those that I just named, tend to project the sins, the crimes, the evil, the wrongdoing, the bad stuff that they think, believe, etc. They project that onto us, right? Jen Psaki is accusing Trump of what he may do if he is reelected. She's accusing him of exactly what Joe Biden and the Democrats are already doing now. Politically persecuting their enemies, threatening our republic, even though they say democracy. They are threatening the republic right now. It was incredible to read this. And I thought, okay, she's not good. Is she just stupid and delusional, or is she evil? Or is she evil and delusional? Now, I've had a discussion with another friend on the topic in the past year. Do these people really know what they're doing? And I keep arguing that evil knows what it's doing. Even though it pretends it doesn't. Even though it pretends it's ignorant. It doesn't really understand what it's doing, but does it or does it not? Does a sick, evil, twisted person know they're sick, evil, and twisted? Right? At least in the movies. They pretend, right, as actors to know exactly what they're doing, that they're evil, and they just do it because they're evil and bad. They hurt people, they corrupt people, people get killed, and they do it intentionally, knowingly. Yes, they do. But in real life, or at least the world that we call real life, what do we see? We see people that think they're doing good, and you know they're not. Now, what is the measurement of good and evil? What is the measurement of right and wrong? See, there are some things that are they can't be lied about easily, right? There's got to be a way to measure the goodness or badness of something, and so let's do that. And I think that's important. How do you measure good and bad? You look and see if people have been hurt, if people have been injured. Most notably, the most innocent among us. Do Republican policies hurt children? No, they do not. Republicans want children educated. They want them healthy. They want them protected. What is it? What is it that Democrats want for children? Well, they want them to accept homosexuality and all manner of perversion. That's what they want for children. They want them groomed, sexualized. They do not want them educated. They want them ignorant and stupid. They want them to be tools, political, social tools for their agendas. They want them completely politicized and de-educated. They want the government, the state, to own them and own their minds. That is absolutely awful. That is, as far as I'm concerned, evil. So when you ask these questions, right, can it be quantified? What is good and what is bad? And the answer is yes. And you use the most innocent amongst us to wipe away, right, any of the falsities, like welfare is good for people. No, it's not actually. Welfare can be very bad for people. Look at how it's abused. Yes, good people, right, hardworking, decent people, they can use welfare to get back up onto their own feet, right? It's like giving a helping hand up. But other people use it as a crutch, as a means to stay a victim. So, in a very brief manner, I've described that evil exists, that it can be measured, that we know who is committing evil in this country, politically, socially. And the question is, do they realize it? Or do they think they're actually doing good? That's a great question. Are they that stupid? Or rather, delusional? Well, let's take our good friends, the jihadis, the radicalized, indoctrinated religious people who use their religion as the justification for incredible evil acts, who call their enemies, right, out for seeking justice, while they themselves claim that everything they do is about justice and vigilantism and revenge and et cetera, et cetera. It's a pretty rough crowd, right, mentally. You're dealing with some people that are pretty heavily delusional, who think it's okay to take the life of another human, to take their life, not for committing acts of evil, but for not believing in the unseen, or refusing to accept the philosophy of another. But having committed no evil, they still can be killed. That, my friends, is someone who is operating under a delusional premise. Completely delusional premise. So their actions that they think are justified are completely evil and awful. What actions, what thoughts do the Democrats operate under? Seriously. There is no religious belief in a God. They are godless. Or actually, folks, in a lot of ways, they worship evil. They literally worship evil, whether you call it the devil or Satan or Baphomet or whatever. Right? These are some evil people. And someone like Karine Jean-Pierre, is she really that stupid? Or does she think we're that stupid? Jen Psaki, is she really that stupid? Or is she so delusional? Right? But how is it that they make claims? How is it that their claims about what it is Trump would do or Republicans would do are wrong while they do the exact same things? That projection. Do they know they're evil and bad and that their actions are evil? And they try and distract us, a form of mind control called gaslighting, where they blame the world for their own evil, blame their enemies, or rather those who would do good, or do well, or do right. We got some trouble in front of us, folks. We have some big, big trouble in front of us with these religious wackos who are clearly morally delusional and intellectually vacant. Nobody's home. By the way, I hope you enjoy the satire. It's a post-broadcast disclaimer. If you don't like it, turn it off. If you don't want to think about it, don't. No one's forcing you to stay here. I will ask you to think, though, about difficult topics. Evil? Or is it just bad things? See, if a Democrat were to think about what it is they prescribe for the world, to make an error once would be a bad thing, a mistake. To continue to push it is evil. To not think about the consequences of what you're doing when you're in a position of power, is that good or bad? When you see people are being injured by the millions, hurt, a society destroyed, a country threatened, that's evil. That's what we're up against, folks. We're up against that which is evil. Now here's another question, quickly. Does it matter that they know it? Does it matter that they recognize it, that they understand it? Does it matter to us who are not trying to commit great acts of evil and destroy this country? Does it matter that they're delusional or that they're completely sane and they know what they're doing and they are intentionally doing it? Or is it that they're intentionally doing it while under a political, philosophical, social, moral delusion? Ultimately, the results are the same. Are they not? Whether they realize it or not, they're harming all of us. They're harming our nation. So now we get to the other question, the last question. How do you take care of such a thing? How do you treat it or cure it? Can great mental delusion be cured? Is it a matter of education? Right? Hillary thinks they can re-educate us. Is it a matter of education? Or is it a matter of brainwashing? And can you unbrainwash these people? You know, many people have said they had to unlearn what they were programmed with in school. That's how they describe it, unlearn. And that's not going to work for the masses of people that have been lied to and fooled, indoctrinated into this cult belief of the left that evil is good. So how do you take care of it? How do you get rid of it? How do we fix things? Can you cure the delusional? Seems like a stretch. Let me ask this other question. Can you cure evil that knows it's evil? There is no hope for them, folks. They've made a decision. They've made a decision to destroy, to kill, to harm, to steal. They've made a logical decision. Or rather, they've made an illogical decision. And they're sticking with it. How do we fix that? There's only one way to fix it, folks. There's only one way to fix it. Chance favors the prepared mind. Is yours. We got our work cut out for us, folks. Semper Fi.